I must have slept really weird or something, because this just won't stay down, man. It probably will when I take a shower, but you know, us weebs, we only take showers every few months, so eventually I'll get to it. Anyways, we have a continuation of the news from the last week or so regarding Japan, people in Japan taking notice of the strange things going on in the West, specifically regarding voice actors stepping down from their roles. We have here Megumi Ogata, and if you're out of the loop on some of the roles that she has worked on, she is very well known for voicing Shinji Ikari in Neon Genesis Evangelion, also Yugi Moto and Dark Yugi from YuGiOh, Yukito Tsukishiro from Cardcaptor Sakura, and Makoto Naegi and Nagito Komaeda from Danganronpa, also Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. Now that you got that, let's talk about Raya Force Game. Once again, a shout out to Raya Force Game, who has been doing a great job translating English to Japanese and Japanese to English, vice versa, basically being a key chain of communications right now, doing a lot of great work. Thank you again, Raya Force Game. And sorry about the pronunciation. I don't want an issue with closed captioning like we had the other day. Raya says this. Translation. Attention. The tweeter even tweeted this as a joke. The role is played by a voice actor of the same gender, age, color, etc. That will become the standard. I'm almost out of a job. Distant eyes. So that is a translation from Megumi Ogata's tweet right over here. And here's the gist of the joke. If you saw my coverage a few days ago regarding the Dark Elf thing, and people in Japan, joking around about that. So an elf needs to play an elf, because you had, for example, that Family Guy character. I'm not big into Family Guy, I forget the names already. I guess it was the voice actor of Cleveland, just came back to me. He stepped down because he, man, it's so ridiculous, I don't even want to repeat it. He said he wasn't suitable for the role, basically, because of the way he looks. So now, people in Japan were taking notice of this because voice acting is a big thing over there as well, of course, and they are concerned because the logic doesn't make sense. He can't play that role because he doesn't look a certain way. I mean, that's basically stereotyping. It's basically become segregation, is the kind of stuff that they were saying. And this is a follow-up of that. She's basically saying, so she can't play these roles that are kids anymore, like Shinji Ikari, because she's a grown adult woman. Here's the tweet from Raya Force Game. Emi Ogata is a voice actress. She played Shinji Ikari in Evangelion. She has been known to perform teenage boys. In Japan, the issue of voice acting in the US is still a hot topic. There has been no movement in Japan. I have to laugh at this for a moment, because if you're not aware, there are weirdos on Twitter from the West acting like there is some giant movement in Japan right now that's exactly like the same sort of stuff going on here in the States. Absolutely not true. As he says, there has been no movement in Japan to replace the voice actors, just in case. And there's some examples. Oh, was she also Harribel from Bleach? That's pretty cool. There you go. For anyone curious, I have zoomed out if you want to pause the screen there and just take a look. And here's a bit more context on Ogata Megumi's tweets. So she found this article from Yahoo JP, which talks about the Family Guy stuff, for example, Cleveland. I'm going to show you a segment from that right after this. And then she made this tweet, which is the one that we saw from Raya Force Game. The one basically saying, a voice actor with the same character, gender, age, skin color, etc. became the standard. I'm almost out of work. Far eyes. Oh, there you go. I had to scroll a little bit. Far eyes. So you get it. She's memeing around a little bit. Far eyes, I guess like sad eyes, sad expression kind of thing. I think I get the gist of it, but again, my take on the tweet, so make of that what you will. And here is the segment from the Yahoo JP article I wanted to take a look at. They basically point out the hypocrisy from such action, removing a voice actor because of the way that they look. They point out another character in Family Guy named Trisha Takanawa, who is apparently a Japanese-American character, who is also apparently voiced by a white person. And they inquired to the production team about that VA being replaced with a more suitable role in their opinion, right? Because that's what they are propping up. Surely a Japanese-American should be voice acting that character, no? Well, there is apparently no response from the production team so far, and that's the big issue. Well, let me walk that back slightly. There's a number of issues, in my opinion, with this sort of approach, but this is certainly one of them. It just opens up an endless can of worms. And if they don't follow through after taking action in another area, what does that really make them? Insincere? Bigots? Something worse? I don't know. And that, my friends, is the news. I know that some of these segments recently have been a bit similar, but I hope you've been enjoying the coverage. I think it all warrants coverage as more and more people overseas also laugh at the hypocrisy and madness of the Western entertainment industry. And here we see more and more people in the Japanese entertainment industry as well laughing at that stuff and pointing it out, which I think is great. I've been enjoying it. I hope you have too. If you have been, please consider just sharing the videos, liking the videos. I mean, honestly, just tuning in and watching, that helps out greatly. Thank you for that. If you do want to take it further, you know the ways: liking, sharing, all that stuff. And I'll leave a pinned comment thanking the kind people who shared the last segment from yesterday over on Twitter. If you posted it elsewhere, thank you for that. My system only tells me when it's posted on Twitter though, and that's the first 20. With that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.